Well, good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested and ready to kick off your day. It's the daily insight on life and love for March 18th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching it might be relevant. It also might not be. If it doesn't resonate at all, just let it fall away or hang out and watch the show unfold with all the shenanigans and if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the bell for notifications. Let's see where this is going to go because I have a lot of amazing cards in front of me and I was pulled to some mini reads. I'm going to bind them together. Don't forget to check the timestamps. So, all right, let's see. Remember, don't force it if it doesn't fit. Also, if it does and you want more information on booking a session, my email address is in the description. And yeah, there's a coronavirus sale going on. So look, I love this. From what I have seen in the collective, a lot of you have been finding that loving feeling. This is also Gemini energy. So if this might be multiple interests that are grabbing your attention, it also might be a loving connection. This could also be just these soul-bound changes that you have to make in your life. However, I'm getting that this is going to be a loving connection. Why? Why? They've been quiet this whole time. Why are they going off now? All right. I'm just going to go with they're probably barking at leaves because there's nothing out there. All right. This has long-term all around it. And it looks like this has to be a very sure investment on your part. And I think that's one of your hang-ups. This is what you want. But is this what you want? Like, oh my God. Am I going to be happy with this? Am I going to be able to thrive in this? I see a passion that's being brought out of here, and it seems to be something that really overtakes you, and it's so emotional. And there's we have two aces here, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, fast taking off, emotionally taking off. This is a really old soul that's coming in. Old soul-bound connection. The reason why I say that, this is actually something that one of my mentors brought to my attention. The pyramids. Yeah. This is as old as time, isn't it? Or probably even older. Anyway, shush. Listen. So what we have here is, it's the spark that ignites everything in your life. This can be a passion or a passionate relationship. I see long-term around it. There's a few things that can be going on with it. This is coming in from either distance in space and time or space or time. But you have to be absolutely sure of your investment. And we have a lot of, the dominant color in this is going to be yellow. So this is getting over your hang-ups, over your nervousness, over that, it feels like an anxiety over a form of emptiness. Now, the only reason why I say that is because it feels like an empty stomach and it's just like filled with bile. I know, disgusting. Who makes that comparison? This girl right now. So yeah, I want more on this connection because this is talking about the hang-ups and the fears of it. So I'm actually going to go immediately into the mini reads with this one with the messages from a spirit guide or from a loved one who's crossed over. So look. This is what came up in the mini reads, and I can't even begin to tell you how perfect these two go together because it makes sense with your own personal rejection of yourself and what life is trying to give you, and just how quickly do you do a kick in the shins to whatever this is and a dead sprint the other way. Dear God. Okay, so dearest you, again, think of a loved one who's crossed over. It doesn't matter the age or whenever they did it. That's just a matter of what energy is present with you acting as a guide. And do not diminish it if you can't think of anybody or if every name that you think of feels wrong. This is going to be from your main spirit guide who loves you just as much. So, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means that you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. Now it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it'll be so worth it. This is the only way that you'll get to know true closeness with others, and you'll also be able to be close to Spirit and to us. There's an amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just let yourself be with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So we may support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others. So share it, and you'll be so glad that you did. Then we have another one. Sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times when you might find yourself over giving. I know that you do that. I know that you do. You probably already gave the shirt off your back and you're walking around half naked. I'm pretty sure of that one. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance, and see where you might be, and let others give to you, even though that you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the receiver. Can you tell that, I have a reading issue? Good God. But anyway, all right. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill: receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world, and let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have convinced you that you have to do everything with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so much. Love, Spirit. This is really calling you out. You don't need to validate yourself with how much you can give to another person to prove your worth. You are validated just because you have breath in your body, just because you take up space. And I will always go back to this idea. Yes, there's about 8 billion people in the world, just under actually. And you, with everything involved, with everybody doing their own thing, are you deserving of it, or more deserving? You're deserving just like everybody else does. It does not lose its intensity. And you don't have to stand out amongst every single person on the planet to prove that. So this is saying, you want to know what? There's an issue with the intimacy. And this is an old story that you have told yourself. And this is going directly into another mini read. It is ridiculous. You watching this have to have a new point of view, turn over a new leaf in life. Because what you're doing to yourself, what you're invoking into the situation, how you are condemning it before it's even taken off, that is not going to make anything work. And you're going to hate yourself over it. You have massive issues with being abandoned. It's that whole point of worthiness. It's this fear of being faded into the background, being forgotten. I know that this has happened in, if not one, multiple points in your life. It wasn't right then. It's not right now. Why do you continue to punish yourself? You don't need to do that. All right, this is saying whatever you're getting involved in, whether it's a new love relationship or a destination of life, you got to take your time. If you do a dead sprint towards this, it'll sabotage. If you run away from this, it'll sabotage, and it'll put off some form of a destiny until a later point. And you're going to get there. You're going to get there either kicking, screaming, and crying. And that is all up to you. If you allow yourself to pump the brakes and enter this in with pacing yourself, you'll have a much better outcome. There is a real intuitive pull that you have towards this person or the situation. And it's this thing that is unlike anything else that you have ever experienced. It's pure in itself. It is not riddled with complications, because that's part of life. These complications are strategically put in place to address your blockages and whatever the feelings of inadequacy are on your part. I know that you've been hurt in the past with people choosing other people over you, or you being completely forgotten in the scenario or dropped like a bad habit. That's not the case right now, but you are definitely afraid of putting yourself in a situation where it feels an intensity that reminds you of the past and being left to your own devices, having that call unanswered, having that love unreciprocated, having that dream shot down right before you and watching it die. It's not going to happen this time. That is all being cleared out. And it's important that you do it right now. You are holding off years of happiness by holding yourself in this self-imposed prison. Look at what's around you. Look at your environment. Look at how far you have come. Look at who you're interacting with. This might actually be a case where you have to stop interacting with certain people in your life and start involving more of a supportive group. It's true that you are who you hang with. Who you surround yourself with becomes you. It's this personal infiltration. And if they aren't echoing the growth that you want to do, then you got to change something. And do not ever dim your light for another person or persons. You are way too fabulous for this. I do see an amazing cup being overflown in your life, or overflowed in your life, but you're so deserving of it. Okay, so in order to get over these humps, what's Spirit's advice? Because we got the why. That was from one of the mini reads, baby. Okay. Oh my God. I'm looking over here into my card piles and this, good God. Okay, so again, Spirit has another message for you. I don't know how to do this. It's absurd. All right, we got to do it. I got to do it. I'm feeling pulled to do it. So we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring and the urge to expand wells up from a deep and primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape. It is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. And it's normal to feel both push and pull back when entering in any kind of new relationship. It's okay to admit that you don't really know what to expect. What you do know is that it's time to dive in and allow a new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, Spirit. You have already made it to a level of awakening and contributing. We are so excited to see where this is going to take you next. You're being so supported in this new phase. All right, this is what we are looking at right here. Okay, advice. They wanted to give you a little bit of a cheer moment, which is great, grand, and wonderful. Let's see. All right. A new beginning, yet another new beginning, new passion-filled. Be very clear about what you want. It's turning your world upside down and you are getting away from codependent behaviors by processing this. So allow the process to take shape. Do whatever it takes to maintain a balanced mindset. You are juggling a lot. Please be kind and gentle with yourself. I get it. You'll have some pushback. I get it. However, it's normal and you push right back against the pushback. All right. A lot of protective and grounding energy, and this is something that is, it's spiritually governed. I know how weird that sounds, but it's spiritually governed and it's protected and it has this massive focus on it. You can rest assured that there is little to nothing in life that can F this up. And, oh, why do I see the Sun card in reverse? Okay. It's going to be hard for you to face these blockages, but it's important that you get up to do it. The worst times are over. You don't have to relive these situations. So when you are feeling that pang or that spring of insecurity or like everything's going to fall apart, look at what's on your shoulders. Look at what you've been carrying with you into the scenario where you feel that it's at such a point where you can't come back from it. I mean, you've hit this new peak and everything that you are carrying on you has this insurmountable amount of weight. And it's time for you to start checking that baggage. This is what I'm looking at right here. I love this. Okay, so unpack your baggage, and you might want to even do this with your partner to keep them on the same page. That's another thing. I've said this multiple times in this reading. Stop trying to do this by yourself. You don't need to go through that pain all by yourself. You're not there. I know that isolation was the way to go and probably the most safe, assured bet from the yesteryears, but those years are over. If you have to turn over a new leaf, you got to turn over everything else. You are not the same person. You are evolved. You are on a higher pedestal. No, you're on a pedestal. You definitely were not on a pedestal before. Oh, dear God. Whatever it was that put you in this place mentally and emotionally absolutely sucks. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't care who you are. All right. So the advice. Okay. We're looking at love. What's this journey going to involve into that peak point? It's not a destination. It's not a final destination. It's a peak point. This is a mountain chain in a whole new world. That's right. I'm so quippy. So quippy. All right, come on. Out with it. Tell me about love. I love love. I love all the ways it expresses itself. And you hear the dogs again. These stinkers. All right. This is going to get you over from the trauma of the past. And oh my God. If this is a love relationship, this really might go the distance. And I see that this has overflowing love from both sides. This invokes peace. And also, if you know anything about soulmate, twin flame journeys, all that stuff, I am not as hooked on it as I once was, but I still love love. I love all the ways it expresses itself. And I know how important this card is to show up. So this, if you know, you know. It's the 1111 card, soulmate, twin flame energy. This is also weddings, celebrations, a union of families. And by the way, the water of the covenant, wait, no, I screwed that up. That is the first time. The, my son decided he was going to kick the wall. I thought something was wrong. No, he's being 9. That's what he's doing. I love my babies, even though they can drive you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Love you, boys. Okay. Overflowing love. Absolutely wonderful. And it's going to be something that you receive. You don't need to validate yourself. You existing as you are and just showing up every single day for this connection is enough. And it's going to help you get over all the abandonment of the past, not because it enables any sort of situation, but because it gives you the strength to face those challenges, knowing that you don't have to give up something so amazing for something in the past where it was really just a question of not only compatibility, but how open somebody was to even seeing the real beauty, authentic you. So if we're looking at a destination in life, what is that going to be like? You're going to have to leave something out in the cold, and it looks like that is what's scaring you. It looks like this is not how it's supposed to be. You can't take everything with you. There's something that you really just keep along as part of a time-share loyalty, and it's not anything that's authentic to you. And I think that you're looking back and seeing how you just don't want this part of your life anymore. And I see that this is going to involve you breaking away from a lot of the same scenarios of the past. Now, this can involve outgrowing old friends. It can involve outgrowing old towns, old upbringings, whatever your storyline is going to be for you. And what is this going to lead you to in that? Oh, wow. You know what? I have all the same cards, but in reverse with that one. So I feel like I did a crap job just shuffling. So I'm going to do this again. Okay. Now, really? Okay. Maybe I'm just being a terrible shuffler right now. And really, I'm going to blame you. We have the Two of Cups here. It's making an appearance. I love it. lots and lots and lots of opportunities and doors opening for you. This is soul purpose, and you can rest easy. And you have massive support in mind, body, and spirit. The spiritual world is cheering you on with this one. You have the support coming through on this plane of existence, and you have yourself. Let's see. Passion is going to be driving this one. I love this. What is the likely outcome for this entire reading? What does that look like for the viewer? You. It's not about bettering yourself. You don't need to keep striving for more. You're getting rid of any sort of overwhelming energy, and you get to create this life to be not idealistic, but you can manifest this life very special, specialty, or as creative as you want. You can literally create this to look however you want and skew it in your favor. It's meant to be incredibly selfish without harming anyone else's mindset or free will or anything like that. Let's see. I want to get one more card. What wants to come out? The World. You got the World card. And what I'm seeing here is you have to recreate your world. And it's about the world and not yourself. And you did a lot of personal development, overcoming trauma. I think that this is great. So this has a really bright looking future, and you know that this doesn't end at midnight. So this is a projection of your future based off of the current circumstance and the direction that you're going. If you have questions about booking a session, email address is in the description. You can find me on any social platform. And yeah, I hope that this finds you well. Go rock the day. Go make it yours. I'll talk to you all soon. Stay safe, have fun, and know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. You know the deal. Think of a loved one who's crossed over. Can't think of anybody. This is going to be from the main guide, but it's going to be good. Okay, so intimacy is scary sometimes. It means that you have to let somebody else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it's so worth it. This is the only way that you'll know true closeness with others, and you'll also be close with spirit and to us. There's an amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just let yourself be with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So we may support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You'll be so glad that you did. We love you so much. Love, Spirit. I love it. That's so cheesy and so good. All right. So anyway, I hope that that made sense. There's going to be another one, so stay tuned on this. And now think about a loved one who's crossed over, or this is going to be from the main guide, but we have another one here, and it is good. Okay. Sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times when you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance, and let others give to you, even though you are more comfortable in being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, sometimes we overlook an important skill: receiving gracefully with gratitude without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need a this for that in exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. When you can give up the old stories that have convinced you that you have to do everything alone with no help, let your will be filled. So I really hope that that made sense. You're very loved, and you have good things coming your way. Stay safe, have fun, and just know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. So if you're catching this, I want to see what your block or whatever your hang up is. Listen with an open mind. If it doesn't resonate, don't sweat it. Let's see. What is your block? Student and lover. So let's see. great passion, devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something else. And then arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate into action. So putting yourself out there and being completely involved in a situation, and this is something that terrifies you. It's basically a fear of either some form of a commitment or a follow through in your life, but this is something that could be stopped immediately. So what do you do when you hit that wall? Start chipping away at it. You have the tools to get through this. I hope that made sense, and I know that you can do this. Stay safe, have fun. What does your loved one want you to know right now? Healing heart. It's probably something going on with you. Watch your thoughts. If you think about something long enough, whether it's good or bad, it has no other choice but to somehow manifest in some way, shape, or form in your life. So what we're looking at here is, hey, it's all about worthiness. It's all about what you feel like you deserve and what you're opening your heart to. You are deserving of so many beautiful connections, so many loving connections. They're not all romantic, no. But the ones that are, you deserve it. And the situation that you're calling in, this is all about success, vitality, and beauty. It's just, this is the love and the opportunity and the life situation that you want. This is coming in to heal your heart. You are going to be met with your challenges and fears all simultaneously for you to combat at one and overcome. I hope that made sense. Stay safe, have fun.